Grand Isle, Louisiana is a barrier island that sticks right out into the Gulf and took this deadly hurricane head on. Meanwhile, just 50 miles north in New Orleans,
it was basically the wind. It wasn't the rain, it was basically the wind.
Ida crushed homes and tore off roofs in the historic 9th Ward. But it doesn't look anything like this.
Everybody remembers the footages of the lower 9th Ward after Hurricane Katrina. Those levees failed. Now we have levees that are anywhere from 18 to 32 feet high.
This is the world's largest storm surge barrier. It's new since Katrina, part of a $14 billion shield of protection the country and the state built around New Orleans. Ida was the first real test. So compare the lower 9th after Katrina on your left to after Ida on your right. So without the protection that's been built since Katrina, this would have been another Katrina?
Oh yeah, I think you'd be looking at a completely different scenario on the ground today following Hurricane Ida if those risk reduction systems were not built.
This is billions of dollars.
This is billions of dollars in federal and state dollars that have been invested in these systems, and they did exceptionally well. They performed exactly as we hoped they would. They performed exactly as we needed them to. And so I think you would see a very different picture on the ground across South Louisiana today if it hadn't been for those levee protection systems.
Chip Kline helped build that wall of protection, but southern Louisiana, outside of that wall, is not only huge and vulnerable, it is also disappearing. The protective delta is sinking and the sea is rising.
When it comes to climate change, this can be a political hot potato. But here in South Louisiana, you cannot deny the fact that the Gulf of Mexico continues to rise. You cannot deny the fact that we're having more frequent, stronger hurricanes.
You can build walls to hold back water, but no wall will hold back the wind that tore down homes and power lines. Inside that wall of protection, gasoline lines are becoming desperate places.
We finally found a place, had one pump working. Now all of them working, so we gassed up.
As Morris Gould fires up the generator to cool his house, the world's oceans continue to warm.
There's going to be another hurricane, probably similar in scope and scale as Hurricane Ida.
Bottom line, even though the walls didn't crumble and the water didn't come pushing in, there's still suffering here in the lower 9th Ward, and it's still very hot. I'm Dave Malkoff, the Weather Channel.